It's Thursday, April 18. We have lots to tell you today. Director of Energy Dr. Mark Baino today announced that the Stabroek Block operator ExxonMobil has made its 13th discovery offshore Guyana at the Yellowtail-1 well. Dr. Baino said that Guyana continues to receive positive news with the announcement of these oil finds offshore, noting that the real substance of these finds will accrue only when citizens are able to benefit directly or indirectly from these discoveries. Yellowtail-1 is the third discovery for 2019 and represents the fifth discovery in the Torbot area, where ExxonMobil is evaluating its potential as an additional development hub. The well encountered approximately 292 feet or 89 meters of high-quality oil-bearing sandstone reservoir and was drilled at a depth of 18,445 feet or 5,622 meters in 6,046 feet or 1,843 meters of water. It is located approximately 6 miles or 10 kilometers northwest of the tilapia discovery. Dr. Baino said the rate of these oil discoveries demonstrates the magnitude of Guyana's natural resources. He reiterated the department's intentions to employ international best practices in managing this resource and the monies that will be derived therefore to give Guyanese the good life that is in keeping with the construct of the Green State Development Strategy. The Noble Tom Madden began drilling the Yellowtail well on March 27, 2019. Thereafter, it will drill the Hammerhead 2 well. In February, ExxonMobil announced its 11th and 12th discoveries offshore Guyana at the Tilapia 1 and Haimara 1 wells in the southwest section of the Stabroek Block. For InfoHub, Anara Khan. Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramchatan's recent community meeting held at the Tokor Memorial Secondary School following the Government Comes to You outreach in Region 6 has been deemed a success.
The ministers' meeting held on April 16 as part of the coalition's Government Comes to You exercise in number 63 Village, East Berbice Quarantine was well attended.
This was excellent. I want to commend the organizers for getting the people out, and they came very respectful. And they allowed me to explain the sugar industry and the crisis it was in.
Minister Ramchatan's meeting marked the culmination of another successful ministerial outreach, the third in as many months conducted by the government. Billed as part of the effort to take government to the people, thousands have taken the opportunity to have their issues resolved, questions answered, and one-on-one discussions with ministers and senior officials of ministries, agencies, and departments.
The biggest one again is the rice, because this paddy bug is affecting everybody. And I'll have to speak to the Agriculture Minister, and we might have to address this in Cabinet.
The next ministerial outreach is scheduled for April 25 in Mahaica Berbice.
Every single complaint will be addressed.
Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
ExxonMobil has announced that the installation of the first subsea tree marks another milestone for the Liza Phase 1 development. A subsea tree monitors and controls the production of a subsea well. Affixed to the wellhead of a completed well, it can also manage fluids or gas injected into a well. According to a release from the oil giant, the tree arrived in February on the Choust Sea Installer. Installation and testing began on April 11 and lasted for 4 days. The tree was lowered into the water from the back deck of the multi-purpose installation vessel via a crane, set in 1,700 meters of water onto the first completed well, latched and locked into place using a remote-operated vehicle, after which the valves were then pressure tested. It was noted that a next tree is expected to be installed in May. The Liza Phase 1 development includes a subsea production system and a floating production storage and offloading vessel designed to have the capacity to process up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day from 4 subsea drill centers consisting of 17 wells, including 8 producers, 6 water injectors, and 3 gas injectors. For InfoHub, Anara Khan. The Ministry of Public Telecommunications is on a mission to connect all Guyanese, and this week commissioned 6 brand new internet hotspots in the remote village of Oriala.
The InfoHub team is here in the beautiful village of Oriala, where the Ministry of Public Telecommunications is bringing yet another rural village online.
So today we have Minister Hughes with us, Minister of Communication, and she is here to launch the 6 internet sites that have been established here in Oriala. And that's historic, because this never happened before. And so we are extremely happy for this.
That was the Tusha of Oriala, Carl Penyu. This was a move that was welcomed by residents who admitted that up until recently, they had only cellular connection. During a brief question and answer segment, Minister of Public Telecommunications Catherine Hughes was asked if there were plans to address the power situation in the village, since the village does not have constant power throughout the day and is solar powered.
So we're working towards that. There's a lot to be done. Unfortunately, these are things that I think as a country we should have been looking at years ago. But we ain't looking back. We're putting things in place now, and slowly but surely we'll be able to get more panels into the community. So we are thinking about that.
With the village coming online, there is much to be gained in multiple sectors, including security, health, and education, as this teacher highlights.
It would have great impact on the lives of people, on the lives of the children, as now they can be able to go online and do the research, right? Because sometimes it requires that kind of the internet service to get certain answers to questions.
From the serene village of Oriala with videographer Anil Silal, I am Nkosi Bruce for InfoHub.
Still to come, East Bank Essequibo Road gets $10 million upgrade, and Maritime Administration Department officially launches a new card of competency for seafarers. Details of these and more when we return.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest, which provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. A stretch of road on the east bank of Essequibo has been rehabilitated at a cost of $10 million. The 7-mile stretch of road from St. Lawrence to Ben Dwarf on the east bank of Essequibo, passing through Namlas, was in a deplorable condition. Huge craters covered almost every inch of the road, making vehicular travel virtually impossible. The repairs, which began in May, wrapped up 2 weeks ago in early April. As the rehabilitation began, initially crushers and run material were added. However, later the old timber and other overburden that was placed by residents for ease of travel was removed and material added to reshape and rebuild the road. The new roadway is a welcome relief for many school children and farmers who use it daily. This road rehabilitation was an initiative of a government group in collaboration with BK International. The group reviews and assesses various infrastructural projects that need to be done and works in collaboration with other individuals or teams to ensure that these are realized. The Ministry of Public Infrastructure's Maritime Administration Department has officially launched a new card of competency for seafarers.
Beginning in May, the Maritime Administration will be rolling out its card of competency for seafarers. This will come at no extra cost for those with existing documents or first-time applicants. Director of Maritime Safety, Captain John Flores, highlighted the persisting issue of fraudulent certificates at a seafarers seminar on Thursday.
We're grappling with now in the Maritime Administration that of fraudulent certification, which is also affecting safety. We want to keep one step ahead of the people out there who are making these things. There probably might be several printing shops operating around the country which produces all of these documents.
Director General Claudette Rogers focused on the importance of the new card of competency.
Unfortunately, most of the milestone developments in legislation have been prompted by major casualties at sea. We should not have to wait for a catastrophic accident in order to focus our minds on the human element of shipping. The public today demands safer ships and cleaner seas, and this requires qualified and professional seafarers.
This card of competency was instituted in keeping with the government's commitment to upholding to the International Maritime Organization's regulations. For InfoHub, Shaquille Bourne.
The Georgetown core team is conducting a massive cleanup exercise in the Meadowbrook area. InfoHub took its cameras to the location.
Publicly spirited persons supported by the Ministry of Public Infrastructure have taken to Meadowbrook to beautify the environment.
What we did, we cleaned the parapets first. And as the residents saw us cleaning the parapets and so on, they tell us about the drain. We come around, we clean the alley, we dig the drain, get it back out to get water flowing again, run out the people's yards. So now, right now, everybody's yard is dry. And the water's flowing again. And now you can stand from here, from Jamun Drive, and you can see straight through to Meadowbrook Drive.
The Georgetown core team leader tells us about the terrible state of the environment prior to their intervention.
We couldn't even see from here to Jamun Drive. It was really dense. They had what you call mocka bush, as well as some very thick buckbead and some other dense bush.
Let's now hear from residents about the true impact of these works.
Well, I'm satisfied with the work done. In the past, it was very bushy, nasty, full of mosquitoes, but now you get a clear view, it's clean, it's just living standards, more or less.
It didn't do before, right? And I noticed that the people come around and start cleaning. And it was cleaning the front, and I talked to them about the back, and they said, well, they would do it, right? Just we need to get water. And I see they get a water, and they started cleaning. And, it's very good. It's very good for me and for everybody about here.
Reported from just off Jamun Drive with senior videographer Tejpaul Bridgmahan, Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp, like and subscribe to our Facebook page for notifications, and subscribe to our website for more stories. You can also follow us on Instagram for updates. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Have a safe and enjoyable Easter. Goodbye.